Hello and welcome to Vision Academy. In this video, we are going to study Chapter 6 Flow of Control MCQ questions. Let us begin with question number 1. What is the order of execution of statements in a program called? Option A, execution flow, B, control flow, C, flow of control, D, program sequence. Here, option C, flow of control is the right answer. Question number 2. Which control structures does Python support for flow of control? Option A, sequence and iteration, B, selection and iteration, C, selection and repetition, D, sequence and selection. Here, option C, selection and repetition is the right answer. Question number 3. How does Python groups statements into a single block of code? Option A, curly brackets, B, parenthesis, C, indentation, D, semicolon. In order to make a group of instructions, in order to form a block of code, indentation is used. Hence, option C is the right answer. Question number 4. What is used to implement decision making in Python? Option A, for loop, B, if else statement, C, while loop, D, which statement. Here, option B, if else statement is the right answer. Question number 5. What does the break statement do in a loop? Option A, skips an iteration, B, repeats the current iteration, C, exits the loop, D, restarts the loop. Here, option C, exits the loop is the right answer. Question number 6. What is the purpose of the continue statement? Option A, exits the loop, B, skips the current iteration, C, restarts the loop, D, ends the program. Here, option B, skips the current iteration is the right answer. Question number 7. What is a loop inside another loop called? Option A, recursive loop, B, nested loop, C, inner loop, D, infinite loop. Here, option B, nested loop is the right answer. Question number 8. Which of the following is a correct example of a nested loop in Python? Option A, for I in range 3 colon for j in range 2 colon print j. B, for I in range curly open brace for j in range 2 curly open brace print j curly closing brace for both for loop and print. C, for I in range 3 for j in range 2 print j, and here option D, for I in range 3 curly open brace for j in range 2 in a curly braces print j. Option A is the right answer. Question number 9. What happens if indentation is incorrect in a Python program? Option A, program runs with warnings. B, program skips the indented block. C, syntax error. D, indentation error. Here, option C, syntax error is the right answer. Question number 10. How can a block of code be created in Python? Option A, using curly brackets. B, using indentation. C, using parenthesis. D, using square brackets. Here, option B, using indentation is the right answer. Question 11. What is the output of the following code snippet? Python code, num1 is equal to 5, num2 is equal to 6. If num1 is greater than num2, print first number is larger, print by. Else it has to print second number is larger, print by. Option A, syntax error. B, first number is larger by. C, second number is larger by. D, by. Here you can observe this particular print statement is violating the rule of indentation, hence which leads to syntax error. Hence option A, syntax error is the right answer. Question number 12. What will be the output of the following code? Python code, for I in range 1, 6. If I is equal to 3, continue, print I. Option A, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. B, 1, 2, 4, 5. C, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. D, 2, 4, 6. Here you can observe whenever we use range function with for loop, it is going to start printing 1 because here starting is 1 given. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 iterations it is going to perform. Here 6 is exclusive. If I is equal to 3, then continue statement. If this condition is true, then continue statement must get executed. Continue statement is used to skip the particular iteration. Here, if the I value is 3, then this particular value 3 will be skipped. It is going to print 1, 2, 4, 5. Hence, option B 1, 2, 4, 5 is the right answer. Question number 13. Which statement is used to skip the rest of the code inside a loop for the current iteration only? Option A, break. B, pass. C, skip. D, continue. Here, option D, continue is the right answer. Question number 14. What type of loop is used in the following code? Python code, while, true, print, infinite loop. Option A, for loop. B, finite loop. C, infinite loop. D, nested loop. Here option C, infinite loop is used because here while true, it is always true. It is going to infinitely print infinite loop. Question number 15. Which of the following is the correct syntax for an if-else statement in Python? Option A, if condition colon statements, else colon statements. B, if condition statements under curly open and closing braces, else statements under curly open and closing braces. C, if condition in a braces colon statements semicolon else colon statements semicolon. D, if condition colon and statements in a curly open and closing braces else colon statements in a curly open and closing braces. Here in Python, we are going to use option A, that is if condition colon statements else colon statements will be the right answer. Question number 16. Which of the following programs will print the sum of all positive numbers entered by the user until a negative number is entered? Option A, this particular code is given. You just pause the video and check out the result. Next, I'm going to show you option B. Just pause the video and check out if there is any error. Option D, you can check out, and here you can find that option A is the right answer. Question number 17. In a nested loop, how many times will the inner loop execute if the outer loop runs 3 times and the inner loop runs 2 times each iteration? Option A, 3, B, 6, C, 2, D, 5. Here, the outer loop is going to iterate 3 times and inner loop is going to iterate 2 times. Here 3 2s are 6, so it is going to iterate total 6 times. Hence option B, 6 is the right answer. Question number 18. How is a block of code indicated in Python? Option B, by using curly brackets. B, by using parenthesis. C, by using indentation. D, by using semicolons. Here option C, by using indentation is the right answer. Question number 19. What type of error will you get if the indentation is not consistent in Python? Option A, logical error. B, syntax error. C, runtime error. D, semantic error. Here, option B, syntax error is the right answer. Question number 20. What will be the output of the following code? Python code for I in range 5. If I is equal to 2, continue, print I. Let us check out the options. Option A, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. C, 0, 1, 3, 4. D, 0, 1, 3, 4, 5. Here you can check out the code for I in range. So whenever we write stop value here as 5, then it is going to exclusive of 5, then it is going to stop at iterating 4. So I value ranging from 0 to 5. Here, if condition is given I is equal to 2, if the I value is equal to 2, then continue statement will execute. Continue statement is used to skip that particular iteration. It is going to print 0 using this print statement, and it is going to print 1, and it is going to print 3, because 2 will be skipped because of this continue statement. Next, it is going to print 4, 0, 1, 3, 4. Now check out the options. Here you can see 0, 1, 3, 4 is present in option C. Question number 21. How can the flow of control be altered in a program? Option A, using operators. B, using control structures. C, using functions. D, using variables. Here option B, using control structures, is the right answer. Question number 22. What does the else part of an if statement represent? Option A, code that runs if the condition is false. Option B, code that runs if the condition is true. C, a secondary condition. D, an error handling block. Here, option A, code that runs if the condition is false, is the right answer. Question number 23. What does the following code do? Python code: x is equal to 5, y is equal to 10. If x is less than y, print x is less than y, else print x is not less than y. Options are: A, prints x is not less than y. B, prints x is less than y. C, prints nothing. D, syntax error. Here in the code you can observe x is equal to 5, y is equal to 10. Here you can put the same in a condition if x value is what? 5 is less than y value is 10. Is 5 is less than 10? Yes, condition is true. Once the condition is true, then this particular statement will be executed. Here x is less than y. X is less than y is option B is the correct answer. Question number 24. What is the purpose of an infinite loop? Option A, to iterate a fixed number of times. B, to loop until a condition is met. C, to keep running without termination. D, to generate an error. Here option C, to keep running without termination, is the right answer. Next, question number 25. Which of the following is true about the break statement in a loop? A, it skips to the next iteration. B, it stops the current iteration and continues with the next. C, it stops the loop entirely. D, it only works with the for loop. Here option C, it stops the loop entirely, is the right answer. Question number 26. What is the output of the following code? Python code: for I in range 4, print I if I is equal to 2, break. Here options are: A, 0, 1, 2, 3, B, 0, 1, 2, C, 0, 1, 3, D, 0, 1. Here you can observe for I in range 4 is given, so which is exclusive. So whenever we write range function in a for loop, it always begin with 0, 1, 2 and stops at 3. But here the condition is given if I is equal to 2, then break statement. So entire control will come out of this for iteration without printing after I is equal to 2. Here you can observe for I in range. So the first time I value is 0, it will be printed as it is. So I value is 0 is not equal to 2, hence break will not get executed. Again control transfers to for loop by incrementing the value of I by 1. Now I value is 1, so it is going to print the value of I as 1. 1 is equal to 2, no, condition is false, break statement will not get executed. Again control transfers to for loop by incrementing the value of I by 1. Now it is going to print 2. So here I is what? 2. 2 is equal to 2. Yes, condition is true. Once the condition is true, then break statement will get executed. So once the break statement will get executed, the control comes out of this entire for loop. After that, it is not going to transfer the control to the for loop. It is going to stop iterating at 2. So 0, 1, 2. Here option B will be the right answer. Question number 27. How does the continue statement affect a loop's execution? Option A terminates the loop. B skips the rest of the code inside the loop for the current iteration. C repeats the current iteration. D exits the loop and continues with the next iteration. Here option B skips the rest of the code inside the loop for the current iteration is the right answer. Question number 28. What is the difference between a for loop and a while loop? Option A, for loop is used for definite iteration while loop is used for indefinite iteration. Option B, for loop has a fixed number of iterations while loop runs indefinitely. C, for loop is used for selection while loop is used for repetition. D, there is no difference. Here, the right answer is option A, for loop is used for definite iteration while loop is used for indefinite iteration. Question number 29. What will be the output of the following code snippet? Python code count is equal to 0 while count is less than 5. Count is equal to count plus 1. Print the count. Option A 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. B 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. C 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. D 1, 2, 3, 4. Here the count variable is equated with value 0 while count is what? 0 is less than 5. Yes, condition is true. Once the condition is true, then the count will get incremented by 1. Here we can write count is equal to count plus 1. Count value is what? For the first time it is 0 plus 1. It will become 1. Now count value is 1. It is going to print count 1. So for the first time it is going to print 1. Next, again, control transfers to while loop by incrementing the value of count by 1. Now count value is 1. 1 is less than 5. Yes, condition is true. Again, it increments count by 1. Count is equal to count plus 1. So count is now 1 plus 1. That gives me 2. Now it is going to print the count value. Here it is going to print 2. Again, control transfers to while loop by incrementing the value of count by 1. Now count value is what? 2. Whether 2 is less than 5? Yes, condition is true. Once the condition is true, then count has to increment. Here count is equal to count plus 1. So count value is 2 plus 1, it will become 3. So it is going to print the count value which is 3. Here it is going to print 3. Again, control transfers to while and it is going to check out the value of count with 5. So 3 is less than 5. Yes, condition is true. Again, it is going to increment the value of count by 1. So count is 3 plus 1. That gives me 4. Now it is going to print 4. Here it is going to print 4. Again, control transfers to while and it is going to check out whether 4 is less than 5. Yes, again condition is true and it is going to increment the value of count by 1. Now count is equal to count plus 1, that is 4 plus 1, that gives me 5. Now it is going to print the value of count which is 5. Here it is going to print 5. Now count value is 5. Whether 5 is less than 5? No, condition is false. Once the condition is false, then this incrementation and this print will not occur. So hence it is going to stop after 5. So here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is option B is the right answer. Question number 30. How many times will the loop run in the following code? Python code for I in range 3, for j in range 2, print I, j. Here you can observe the outer for loop consisting of 3 iterations and the inner for loop consisting of 2 iterations. Here 3 into 2 is equal to 6 times it is going to iterate. Hence option B 6 times is the right answer. Question number 31. Which statement is used to exit a loop in Python? Option A, exit. B, break. C, continue. D, stop. Here option B, break is the right answer. Question number 32. What will be the output of the following code? Python code I is equal to 0 while I is less than 4 and incrementing the value of I by 1 and printing if I is equal to 2 then continue. Let us check out the options. A 1 2 3 4, B 1 2 4, C 1 2 3 4 5, D 1 2 2 3 4. Now let us check out this particular code and see the result. Here variable I is equated with value 0 and check out the condition. I is what? 0. Whether 0 is less than 4, yes, condition is true, and it is going to increment the value of I by 1. So I is equal to I plus 1. The first time I value is 0 plus 1, that gives me 1. Now I value is 1. It is going to print I value as it is. Next, it is going to check out this condition whether the value of I, which is 1, is equal to 2. No, condition is false. Once the condition is false, again control transfers to while loop by incrementing the value of I by 1. Now I value is what? I value is 1. 1 is less than 4. Yes, again condition is true. Now it is going to increment the value of I by 1. So I is equal to, I value is 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. Now it is going to print the value of I, which is 2. I'm going to write it here. Once the value of I is equal to 2, here this condition is satisfied and continue statement will get executed. Even though this continue statement will get executed, it is not going to have any effect on the while loop, because after continue we do not have any statements to skip. Hence the control transfers to while loop by incrementing the value of I by 1. Now I value is what? 2. So 2 is less than 4. Yes, condition is true. Now it is going to increment the value of I by 1. So I is equal to, I is what now? 2 plus 1 is equal to 3. Now it is going to print the value of I, which is 3. Here it is going to print 3 after 2. Here 3 is equal to 2. No, condition is false. Then continue statement will not get executed. Next, again control transfers to while loop by incrementing the value of I by 1. Now I value is what? 3. Now we are going to check out whether 3 is less than 4. Yes, condition is true. Once this condition is true, it is going to increment the value of I by 1. Now I is equal to, I value is 3 plus 1 is equal to 4. So here it is going to print the value of I, that is 4. So it is going to print 4. Next, it is going to check out this condition. 4 is equal to 2. No, condition is false. Once again, control transfers to while. Now I value is what? 4. Whether 4 is less than 4? No, condition is false. Once the condition is false, then control comes out of this iterative statement and it is going to stop iterating. So what will be the result? Here the output will be 1 2 3 4. Here you can observe option A 1 2 3 4 is the right answer. Question number 33. What is the purpose of a nested loop? Option A, to create infinite loops. B, to break out of a loop. C, to perform a repeated operation on each element of a sequence. D, to skip iterations in a loop. Here option C, to perform repeated operations on each element of a sequence is the right answer. Question number 34. Which statement correctly describes the functionality of break and continue in Python? Option A, break terminates the loop, continue skips the current iteration. Option B, break skips the current iteration, continue terminates the loop. C, break and continue both terminate the loop. Option D, break and continue both skip the current iteration. Here, option A, break terminates the loop, continue skips the current iteration is the right answer. Question number 35. What is the output of the following code? Python code for I in range 3, for j in range 2. If j is equal to 1, break. Print I comma j. Here options are A 0 0 0 1 1 0 1 1 2 0 2 1. Option B 0 0 1 0 2 0. Option C 0 0 0 1 1 0 2 0 2 1. Option D 0 0 1 0 1 1 2 0 2 1. Whenever we use the nested looping construct, the inner for loop will get executed first, then the outer for loop will get executed. For I in range, for the first time I value is 0 and j value is also 0. So here j value is what? 0. 0 is equal to 1. No, condition is false. Once this condition is false, then break statement will not get executed. It is going to print the value of I and j. What is the value of I and j? I is 0, j is also 0. Next, again control transfers to inner for loop by incrementing the value of j by 1. Now j value is 1. So here I value is remain 0. Now j value is 1. Next, we are going to check out if j is equal to 1. Yes, condition is true. Once the condition is true, then this break statement will get executed. It just brings out the entire control out of the inner looping construct, and it is not going to print the value of I and j. Again, control transfers to outer for loop by incrementing the value of I by 1. Now I value is what? I value is 1. Once again, j value starts from 0. Now you check out if j is equal to 1. No, condition is false. Why? Because j is 0. 0 is equal to 1. No, condition is false. Then break statement will not get executed. It is going to print the value of I and j. Here I value is what? 1. J value is what? 0. Once again, control transfers to inner for loop. Now I value is what? 1. J value is also 1. Now j is equal to 1. Yes, condition is true. Once the condition is true, then this break statement will get executed. Then the entire control will come out of this inner for loop without printing the value of I and j. Now once again, control transfers to outer for loop by incrementing the value of I by 1. Now I value is 2 and inner loop j is equal to what? 0 once again. That is 0 is equal to 1. No, condition is false. Then this break statement will not get executed. It is going to print the value of both I and j. So I value is what? 2. Now j value is what? 0. So now once again the control transfers to inner for loop by incrementing the value of I by 1. So I is equal to 2, j is equal to 1. So here j value is equal to 1. Hence break statement will get executed and it is not going to print value of I and j. So once again control transfers to outer for loop by incrementing the value of I by 1. Now I value is what? 3. I value is equal to 3. Now 3 is exclusive of this range 3. So it is going to stop at 2. Hence this particular statement will not get executed. It stops iterating and the result would be 0 0 1 0 2 0, which is option B is the right answer. Question number 36. Which of the following is a correct syntax for a while loop in Python? Option A, while condition colon, statements in a curly open and closing braces. B, while condition in a round braces, statements in a curly open and closing braces. C, while condition colon, statements. D, while condition in a round braces colon, statements. Here option D is the right answer. Question number 37. What happens when the break statement is executed inside a nested loop? Option A, exits all loops. B, exits the inner loop only. C, continues with the next iteration of the inner loop. D, restarts the inner loop. So here option B, exits the inner loop is the right answer. Question number 38. Which of the following is the correct syntax for a for loop in Python? Option A, for inside the bracket I in range 5 colon print I. B, for I in range 5 colon print I. C, for I in range 5 print I in a curly open and closing braces. D, for I in range in a round brackets print I in a curly open and closing braces. Here option B is the right answer. Question number 39. How can you create a block of code in Python? Option A, using curly brackets. B, using indentation. C, using parenthesis. D, using semicolons. Here option B, using indentation is the right answer. Question number 40. What is the output of the following code? Python code, count is equal to 0 while count is less than 3, print count, count plus is equal to 1. So here count value is 0. Here you can check out while condition. Count value is what? 0 is less than 3. Yes, condition is true. Once the condition is true, it is going to print the value of count. For the first time, the value of count is what? 0 will be printed. Now it is going to increment the value of count by 1. So count is equal to count plus 1. Count is 0 for the first time. 0 plus 1 is equal to 1. Now the count value is 1. Again control transfers to while loop. Now count value is 1, 1 is less than 3, yes, once again condition is true. Once the condition is true, then it is going to print the value of count, which is 1. Here I'm going to write 1. Now it is going to increment the value of count by 1. Count is equal to, now count value is 1, 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. Now count is 2. Once again control transfers to while loop and it is going to check out the value of count. Count is 2 is less than 3. Yes, once again the condition is true. It is going to print the value of count, which is 2. Next, it is going to increment the value of count by 1. Count is equal to, count is 2 plus 1. Now it is 3. So once again control transfers to while loop. Now count value is 3. Whether 3 is less than 3? No, condition is false. Once the condition is false, then it stops iterating. So the result would be 0, 1, 2. Here you can observe option C, 0, 1, 2 is the right answer. Question number 41. Which of the following statements will break out of a loop? Option A, exit. B, continue. C, stop. D, break. Here option D, break is the right answer. Question number 42. What is the purpose of the continue statement in a loop? Option A, to terminate the loop. B, to skip the rest of the code inside the loop for the current iteration. C, to exit the loop and continue with the next iteration. D, to repeat the current iteration. Here option B, to skip the rest of the code inside the loop for the current iteration is the right answer. Question number 43. What will be the output of the following code? Python code. For I in range 3, for j in range 2, if j is equal to 1, break, print I j, print out of nested loop. Option A, 001020 out of nested loop. B, 00011202021 out of nested loop. C, 001020 out of nested loop. D, 0010112021 out of nested loop. Whenever we use nested looping construct, the first inner for loop will get executed, then the outer for loop will get executed. For the first time, I is equal to 0 and j is also equal to 0. Here we are going to check out the condition. What is the value of j now? J is 0. 0 is equal to 1? No. If this condition is false, then break statement will not get executed. It is going to print the value of both I and j. So here I'm going to write I value is 0 and j value is also 0. Next, the control transfers to inner for loop by incrementing the value of j by 1. I value remains same, that is 0. Now j value will get incremented by 1. Now it is 1. So here j is what? 1. 1 is equal to 1. Yes, condition is true. Once the condition is true, then it break out. It is not going to print the value of I and j. Inner for loop will be exited out. Control transfers to outer for loop by incrementing the value of I by 1. Now I value is 1 and once again j value will be 0. Now you can check out the condition. J value is what? 0, which is not equal to 1. Hence break statement will not get executed. It is going to print the value of both I and j. So I is 1 and j is 0. Once again control transfers to inner loop by incrementing the value of j by 1. I value remains same. I is equal to 1. Now j is equal to 1. 1 is equal to 1. Yes, condition is true. Then break statement will get executed and this print statement will not get executed. Now control transfers to outer for loop by incrementing the value of I by 1. Now I value will become 2. J value will become 0. Here 0 is equal to 1. No, condition is false. Then this break statement will not get executed. It is going to print the value of I and j. So I value is what? 2 and j value is 0 here. Now once again the control transfers to inner for loop by incrementing the value of j by 1. So I value remains same. I is equal to 2 and j is incremented by 1. Now j is 1. Here j is equal to 1. Hence break statement will get executed. It is not going to print any statement. Once again inner for loop will get executed. It is going to exit out and once again it is going to transfer the control to the outer for loop and now here also it is going to exit out. Why? Because excluding this value, because already I value is 2, it is going to exit out and it is going to print out of nested loop after printing these statements. Here it is going to print out of nested loop. And now you can check out which option is suitable for this one. Here option A is the right answer. Question number 44. What is the output of the following code? Python code for I in range 5. If I is equal to 3, break. Print I, else print completed. Let us check out the options. Option A 0, 1, 2 completed. B 0, 1, 2. C 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 completed. D 0, 1, 2, 3 completed. Now let us check out the code. Whenever range function is used with the for iterative statement, it always by default starts from 0 to the size which is given in the function as argument, which is less than 1. So here up to 4, 0 to 4 it is going to iterate. If I is equal to 3, then break out, so it is not going to print the value of I. So let us begin with the first iteration. For the first time, I value is what? 0. So here, if 0 is equal to 3, no, condition is false. Once the condition is false, then this break statement will not get executed. It is going to print the value of I, so which is 0. Next, it is going to increment the value of I by 1. Now I value is 1. 1 is equal to 3. No, condition is false. Once the condition is false, then this break statement will not get executed. It is going to print the value of I, that is 1. Once again, control transfers to for loop by incrementing the value of I by 1. Now I value is what? 2. 2 is equal to 3. No, condition is false. Then this break statement will not get executed. It is going to print the value of I, which is 2. Once again, control transfers to for loop by incrementing the value of I by 1. Now I value is 3. 3 is equal to 3. Yes, condition is true. Once the condition is true, then it is going to break out without printing this particular statement. It is going to break out of the entire loop without printing this completed. Hence 0, 1, 2 will be the output. And here you can observe that option B 0, 1, 2 is the right answer. Question number 45. What is the output of the following code snippet? Python code for I in range 2, for j in range 2, print I, j. So here, whenever we use the nested for loop, first inner for loop will get executed, then outer for loop will get executed. So for the first time, I value is 0 and j value is also 0. So it is going to print both value of I and j, so which is 0 and 0. Next, here inner for loop will get incremented first. I is equal to 0 only. Now j is incremented with value 1. It is going to print the value of I and j, so which is 0 and 1. After that, once again control transfers to outer for loop, because here the range value is 2 given, which is less than 2 is 1. It has to stop at 1. So control transfers to outer for loop by incrementing the value of I by 1. Now I value is 1. Now j value is 0. Again it starts from 0. So we are going to print the value of I and j. Now it is 1 and 0. Once again control transfers to inner for loop by incrementing the value of j by 1. I remains same. I is equal to 1 only. J is now it is 1. So it is going to print the value of both I and j. So which is 1 and 1. Once again control transfers to inner for loop. It will be false. Once again control transfers to outer for loop. It will be false, because I value is 1 and j value is 1, which is less than 2. So it is going to stop iterating. Here you can observe option C is the right answer. Question number 46. Which of the following is true about the for loop? Option A, it runs indefinitely. B, it is used for definite iteration. C, it is used for selection. D, it is used for decision making. Here option B, it is used for definite iteration is the right answer. Question number 47. What will be the output of the following code? Python code for I in range 3. If I is equal to 1, break print I, else print loop completed. Option A 0 1 loop completed. B 0 loop completed. C 0 1. D 0. Let us check out. Whenever we use range function using for loop, it is always starts from 0 by default. So here I value is 0 for the first time, and we are going to check out this condition. I value is what? 0 is equal to 1. No, condition is false. Then this break statement will not get executed. It is going to print the value of I, that is 0. Now once again control transfers to for loop by incrementing the value of I by 1. Now I value is what? 1. 1 is equal to 1. Yes, condition is true. Once the condition is true, then this break statement will get executed, and it is not going to print the value of 1. It is going to stop iterating and exit out of the entire iterative statement without executing this else part. So only 0 will be the output. Hence option D will be the right answer. Question number 48. How do you implement a nested loop in Python? Option A, by placing one loop inside another loop. B, by placing one function inside another function. C, by using indentation. D, by using break statement. Here option A, by placing one loop inside another loop, is the right answer. I hope you understood all of these questions with their answers. If you want to practice all of these questions, then the link is given in the description below. Please check it out. Thank you so much.